Hello and welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be ranking all of the expansion packs in The Sims 4. Now just a little disclaimer, all of the things I say in this video are just my opinion, my personal experiences with the packs. So please don't be offended by anything I say. If I say that your favourite pack is like my least favourite pack, is nothing personal, it is honestly just my personal opinion. You guys have been requesting this one for a long time and I was like, you know what? I'm ready to make it. Without any further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so this specific tier list actually has all of the packs in it, like expansions, game packs, also kits as well. I am only going to be doing the expansion packs in this video, but if you guys do like this one, I'll do more videos where I do all of the other ones. So we're starting off with Discover University. Discover University, I'm pretty sure came out quite a while ago, and it's okay. I feel like I really like the world of Brightchester and I love that we have universities and that's a thing that your Sims can do. But something that I really don't like is a lot of the time when your Sims go to university, it's just like them going to a rabbit hole for ages and you can't actually really do much unless you go to university with them. But of course then you need to kind of abandon the family that you've got until they're finished university. It's not a pack that I gravitate towards, and it's also not a pack that I build in the world of Brightchester very often. Now this might be a super unpopular opinion, but I feel like Discover University is one of those packs that you play it to try it out and see how it is, and then you never kind of play with it too often again, especially if you're really invested in your like family gameplay. Is not the perfect pack. So this one used to say meh, but I changed it to say it's okay because I feel like meh is a little bit harsh. So I'm gonna say it's okay. Moving on, we have Island Living. Now personally I think Island Living is one of the cooler ones because not only is it cool that we have Sulani, the world of obviously beaches, but this is the expansion pack that we got mermaids with, and mermaids are just so fun. I don't know, I feel like in terms of the occult, my favourites are werewolves, and then after werewolves it would probably be mermaids, just because they're cool, like they're different. I love how mermaids work in The Sims, how they can like live in the ocean if they really want to, they can sleep in the ocean, like that's cool. Solani is definitely up there. Also, this is a very like minor thing, but I'm a builder and the lots have such good lighting. Like the lighting just looks so good, which is really random and probably shouldn't give it points, but I'm giving it points. I would say Island Living is up and pretty good. I feel like the gameplay is good. Another thing that's pretty cool about Island Living is the variety in careers, because you can become a diver and also like a lifeguard and things like that, which I feel like is cool because when you're just like used to the normal jobs all the time, it gets kind of repetitive. So I like that. I feel like this might be an unpopular opinion, but I just feel like Island Living is up there and I love the build items as well. Seasons. I am just gonna go ahead and put it right there because Seasons, probably my favourite pack ever. Now, hear me out, but Seasons changes your gameplay completely. I mean, I feel like I couldn't play the game without Seasons. If there's one pack that you're considering getting and you want it to change your whole gameplay, it's definitely got to be Seasons. You get winter, summer, autumn, spring. It's amazing. Also, you get a lot of holidays with it as well, because this is how you get Winterfest, you get Love Day, Spooky Day I think is Halloween as well. You have like all of these cool holidays. It's so cool and they come up on the calendar and it's just amazing. I love it so much. Oh, by the way, I ended up changing the middle row to say I like it instead of not great because it didn't make sense. The tier list. Also, another thing with Seasons, it does have other ways that your Sims can die, which okay, that doesn't sound great, but you know, if you're a simmer, you'll get it. Your Sims can become too hot, they can become too cold. You also get like snowstorms and blizzards, and your Sims like, they're like, oh, it's too warm outside, it's too cold outside. They end up like freezing to death. I mean, it doesn't sound like a must have, but trust me, the gameplay is worth it. I think the pack is amazing. Also, there's really cool items with it. You get like all of the festivity stuff, so you get like the Christmas tree and you get like I'm sure it comes with the little attic stack box where you can like decorate your whole house with Christmassy stuff, and then also you get like your spooky day cards and Valentine's. It's so fun. Okay, moving on, we have Get Famous. Now, Get Famous is probably not my favorite pack. I feel like it's got some cool features, like the fact that you can become famous is obviously pretty cool, and the fact that you can meet celebrities is cool. In fact, I think it's fun that sometimes your Sims will even pass out from seeing celebrities. I think that is fun. With Get Famous, we did get Del Sol Valley, which is pretty much supposed to be like Hollywood. You have like your kind of higher end area, and then you have like your lower end area, and it is a pretty cool world to build in for specific builds. I think it's fun to play with, but a lot like Discover University, I feel like it's something that I would play with once and then not continuously play. Like maybe I would have my sim become an actor or actress, and then I probably wouldn't play that storyline again. I want to say it's just okay because I don't think it's repetitive gameplay that I'd want to repeat, and I don't think it's like anything too different, and I don't think there's anything that sets it apart from the other packs that we have. But that is just my personal opinion, please don't get upset about it. Now moving on, we have Get to Work. I have heard so many people talk about Get to Work, and I know that so many people don't like it. I feel like I'm one of those people, like one of those few people that actually enjoy it. Okay, but hear me out. The reason I like Get to Work is because whenever I do have gameplay, I feel like those are always the careers I go for. Get to Work, we got the scientist career, the detective career, and also the doctor career. I'm pretty sure you can also make your own businesses as well, but that's something that I never actually did when I played with that pack. I don't know, I always like got scared to do it and I never did it. I actually kind of enjoy going to work with my Sims, but I know a lot of people don't like that, and a lot of people just want to like stay at home with their other Sims while their Sim goes to work. But hear me out, if you only have one Sim and you're trying to like create a family and things like that, I feel like it's fun to go to work with your Sim. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know. For that, I am gonna say I like it. I think it's not the most amazing pack ever. I think it's kind of cool. Something that does kind of bring it down for me would probably be the world that it came with. If you don't know, Get to Work came with the world of Magnolia Promenade, which is pretty much this like businessy world, and it's sort of supposed to be this retail area that you can use to own businesses. But something that I think was so lost on it was that we could have had malls. We could have had like big shopping centres. Now bear in mind, do I know how that would have worked gameplay wise? No. I don't, but I always have felt like that was a missed opportunity, and that is something that brings it down in the list for me. Moving on, we have Cottage Living, and I'm gonna go up and put it up in must have. I love Cottage Living. If you've ever watched any of my builds, you probably already know this because I say it in literally every single video that has me using Cottage Living. Now with Cottage Living, we got Himford on Badgley, or Bagley, however you want to say it. I think that's one of the best worlds that we have. It's so good, and like we have a 64 by 64 lot, which you do not get in every single Sims 4 world, which kind of upsets me. I feel like that's something we should definitely have, but I just love the variety of lots we have in Himford on Bagley. Like the world is huge, we have so many lots, there's so many places to build. I love it. Not only the building stuff, we can become friends with cows and sheep and chickens and just everything. We can become friends with everything, and I love that, and it's so cute, and the gameplay is so adorable, and we can have little farms, and we can lay eggs, and like we can get eggs, and then we can cook food with the eggs that we get from our chickens, and it's so fun and I love it. I just love every aspect of Cottage Living, the world, the gameplay, the cast. I haven't spoken about cast yet, but I know that Cottage Living has good cast because whenever I do create Sims, I always gravitate towards the Cottage Living cast. It's so good. You guys can fight me on this one because I love it. Okay, moving on, we have City Living. Now, Set 11, I feel like is so 50-50 divide. I don't know, I kind of see different people saying different things. I will say, I absolutely love that we have apartments. I think that's so fun. San Myshuno is supposed to be kind of like New York-esque, I suppose. And I like it. I like the vibes. I feel like we are restricted in some ways. Now, keep in mind, we did recently get an update where we can now finally move the windows wherever we want in the apartments, and I feel like this is huge. I'm watching people's speed builds of apartments now, and I can't even recognize the apartments because they're doing floor plans that we could never have did before this update. I will say that Set 11 definitely gets some points just for being like one of the only worlds that has apartments in it, and also the first world that had apartments in it. We got festivals, and we also, I'm pretty sure, got the like around the world culinary thing where you can go to stalls from the festivals, and you start this kind of like around the world challenge where they want to like, your Sims want to try like all of these different stalls from all over San Myshuno. It's really cool. I really like it. Another thing that we did get with Set 11 is all of our like busted furniture. Like, you know how when you go and you want to like build a kitchen and you have those kitchen counters and they're base game. Well, with Set 11, we got the base game ones, but like busted versions. And I feel like that might sound weird to put in as a pro, but I think it adds so much depth to your builds, especially if you want an apartment to look a certain way or you just want a house to look a certain way. You put in that furniture, you've done it. And actually, we got so many new things with Set 11 that you probably didn't even realize. For that, I think I'm gonna keep it in pretty good because, you know, honestly, it is a pretty good pack, and I build there way too much to put it anywhere lower. Moving on, we have cats and dogs. Now, this one. Hear me out, hear me out. I do not hate this pack, okay? I don't think it's like the worst thing ever, and I definitely don't hate the build and buy. I actually use the build and buy quite often, but I feel like I'm just disappointed with lack of gameplay and also like the amount of upkeep you need when you have pets. I don't know if this is just me, but whenever I've played with cats and dogs, I feel like I need to spend so much time with the cats and dogs for them to even want to stay a part of the household. And I get it, like in real life, you have to give a lot of attention to your pets, just like you do in The Sims. It's like responsibility wise. But let me tell you, when you have an animal and then you also have like children and you need to deal with your adult Sims as well, I feel like it's so difficult to stay on top of the animals as well. I feel like things like feeding them, taking them out, and like clearing their litter boxes and things like that, they're pretty easy, but if you don't give them enough attention, they will just run away, and then you need to like send out ads to get them back. I do like the addition of cats and dogs. I love that we have them in the game. In fact, the adopting system where like someone comes over to your house and they bring them over and you pick the animal, that's so exciting. But I just feel like having to actually care for them can be so much at times. Also, something that brings it down is I just hate that they fill up a spot in your little household. I feel like that's really annoying because I think I'd play with them so much more often if they didn't take up a space, because you can only have 8 Sims in your household, and I feel like it's just so annoying when they take it up because you can't actually make them do anything. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit like horses, but then I kind of understand horses a little bit more. I don't know. But something I do like about cats and dogs is that we did get the veterinary vicinity area thing. I do like that. I think that's really cool. So we got Brindleton Bay with cats and dogs, and I think it's a beautiful world. If you don't know, Brindleton Bay is like this kind of coastal world, and it's beautiful. It has a few like sandy areas. You can see the sea is gorgeous. I'm sure there's like areas for like lighthouses and things like that. I love the world. I do love the world. And I also love a lot of the build items that we got. They're really, really nice. And I like the veterinary centre. As I said, although something I will say is that it does become repetitive. And that's another thing. My animals always become super sick in the game as well. And then like I need to take them constantly to the vet, and I feel like sometimes that's a little bit too much. I think I want to keep it and uninstall, but at the same time, I don't hate the pack. I just wouldn't gravitate towards it. It would probably be the last pack I bought. But I don't hate it, I promise. I know this sounds like I hate it, but I don't. Okay, we're moving on to Snowy Escape. Now with Snowy Escape, we got the world of Mount Komorebi, which is one of the cooler worlds that we have gotten with The Sims 4. Snowy Escape is really nice because the world of Mount Komorebi is actually based off of Japan, and everything is very Japanese based, and I love it. It's really, really nice. It's a beautiful world. There's like this big snowy mountain area, and that's kind of where your Sims can go to rent places. I'm sure that all the 3 lots on the mountain are rentals, and then down at the bottom you have like all of your other residentials, which are just like not on snow, they're just like on normal basic lots. I think there's some really cool things with Snowy Escape that we got. I really love the hot springs that we have with Snowy Escape, also the fact that you can do skiing, snowboarding, sledging. That is all so fun, and I just love the world, and I love the things that we got in it. Again, with Building By, the Building By is beautiful, and so is the cast. Like, all of it I feel like was done really, really nicely. Now, I don't build in Mount Komorebi very often, but that is not because I don't love the world. That's because I don't really build things that are that style, and so I always get really overwhelmed when I build there, because I'm like, I need to build something that really represents this place, and I'm not amazing at builds like that. I think Snowy Escape is a really good one. I think I would probably put it up with Pretty Good because it is a really, really nice one. I think it does change your gameplay quite a bit just because there's so many more fun activities that you can do, and I don't know, I just enjoy it as a pack. I think it's sweet. Moving on, we have For Rent. Now, For Rent is of course the newest pack that we have gotten with The Sims 4. It's a really cool one. But I have heard that there's a few glitches right now with like putting things on the gallery, and like you can't put them up as rentals because it kind of doesn't work properly. So I mean, that's something that I'm sure they can fix, so I won't worry too much about it. But I do love the idea of For Rent. I mean, for the longest time I've been saying that I wish we had hotels. I wish that we could have apartments. I wish that we could have multiple Sims families live on the one lot, and we finally got it. I kind of want to put it up in must have just because we finally got that after so long, and I feel like they've done it well. I mean, you guys can let me know. You've probably played with this pack more than I have because I've not played with it a whole bunch, but from what I've seen and from what I have played, I really enjoy it. Now with this pack, we of course got the world of Tomarang. Tomarang is based off of Southeast Asia, and it's gorgeous. It's such a beautiful world. I have not built there a whole bunch. Again though, it's because I feel like I'm really bad at doing that style, but I have built there before, and when I did build there I had so much fun with all of the items that we got. I also just enjoy a lot of the build items that we got, even just the really basic ones like getting more radiators. I enjoyed that so much, and I feel like people don't realise how much gameplay has actually expanded just with this one pack, because now we can have like our neighbors live together, and it's so fun. I don't know, I just like it. I think it's really cool. Also, if you don't know, when San Sequoia first came out, like when we got grown together, I made a San Sequoia beach resort, and at the time of making it, it was not functional. Now it is. So if you ever want to download that build, at least you know it's going to be functional. Okay, moving on, we have Eco Lifestyle. Now, Eco Lifestyle brought us the world of Evergreen Harbour, and Evergreen Harbour is this world that is essentially very run down, it's full of rubbish, it's kind of like dirty looking, and through gameplay you're able to actually modernize the world and make it look nicer and cleaner and brighter through your gameplay and your actions, and I'm sure also through like voting systems as well. Another cool thing about Eco Lifestyle is that Evergreen Harbour has apartments, and this is the only other world that we have that has apartments. Obviously Eco Lifestyle came out before we had For Rent, so we weren't able to like make our own apartments, so this was huge. Now I'm sure in Evergreen Harbour there is actually only like 2 apartments, but I think the fact that you can even have apartments is just really fun. Also, your apartments both have balconies, which is pretty cute. They kind of have like a nice vibe to them, a very different vibe from San Myshuno, because of course San Myshuno is based off of like New York, whereas Evergreen Harbour is not. With Eco Lifestyle, it's kind of cool because you had like the neighbourhood action plans, which was like your way that you could vote on what you wanted to do with the neighbourhood, and that's kind of how you can expand and make the neighbourhood nicer and prettier looking. Also, I'm sure that you have like an eco footprint, so that's another thing that you can do. And the world is based off of like pollution. So one area of the world is like very heavily polluted, and then one area is like very green and clean, and then one area is like, I think it's like full of factories, so obviously there's quite like high pollution again. And I like the whole vibe behind it, but it's not one of those packs that I play with super often. I would say it's probably up there, and I like it for that it has really good build items. It's a different vibe from any of the other worlds that we have. Like, we don't really have many other worlds that we would build up the way we do at Evergreen Harbour, so for that I'm gonna put it in I like it. Okay, moving on, we have Get Together. I feel like Get Together is one of those packs that people forget about. I'm not gonna lie, sorry if you absolutely love it and you never forget about it. I'm sorry, that was not aimed at you. I think that this pack is okay. It did give us this thing called groups or clubs. I think it might be clubs, where essentially this is the best way I think to use them. So you can join these clubs, and it's like you can join like a chess club or like a gardening club. But something that I think is fun is if you put all of your family members into a group or into a club, I don't know what it's called, and then you like go out. Because you're in that club, all of your family members will go with, and you don't need to like individually select all of the family members that you want to go somewhere. I feel like that's fun, and also it keeps all your family members together, and it means that they like can't escape if they want to, because there's like technically a club gathering happening, but really you're just trying to play with your family. Does that make any sense? I feel like I'm just talking rubbish. It's something that takes this pack from uninstall to possibly I like it, and that is that we got the world of Windenburg with it. And if you don't know, Windenburg is a beautiful world. It is absolutely stunning. One of my favorite worlds, definitely, hands down. I love it. Now I think that the world might possibly be based off of places like Germany, Denmark. I might be wrong. That's what it looks like to me, but I'm not 100% sure if that's right. But I absolutely love the world of Windenburg. I love that we got like the ruins where you can see like castle ruins and things. I also love that we have this one area, it's called the Bluffs, and your Sims can go there and they can like swim in this pool, and it's like it's on like a cliffside sort of. It's so cinematic, so beautiful looking, it's gorgeous. Kind of like stuck between the two, because I feel like in terms of gameplay, like it's not much. We got clubs. We got clubs, but the world is so beautiful. I feel like I'm gonna keep it at it's okay, and you guys can change this. You can tell me in the comments, you can say, Hannah, no, you're so wrong. So the next pack is Horse Ranch, and this is one of the more recent packs that we just got, and honestly I super like this pack, like really like it. I was never one of those people that was like, oh, I really want horses in the game. Like I didn't really care too much. I was just like, horses, okay, I mean that's fun, but I never asked for it. The world of Chestnut Ridge, which is so stunning. I think when we were getting horses that we were going to get a pack very similar to Hinford-on-Bagley, which is of course based off of like the Cotswolds in England, but this is based off of America. This is like the Wild West, which is so cool that you can take your horses to competitions. I do wish it wasn't a rabbit hole. I feel like that it's kind of sad, kind of brings it down a little bit. But the fact that you can train your horses and you can have these big like training grounds, I think is so fun. Something I do think is that they should have given us bigger lots, like bigger than 64 by 64. I don't know why they don't. I don't know if there's a reason, like maybe the game wouldn't run if we had 64 by 64. I mean, you should hear my PC with The Sims running as it is. Never mind if we had bigger lots. But I don't know, I feel like we need that extra space. But anyway, that's nothing to do with the pack. That's not the pack's fault. I feel like I have the same opinion as cats and dogs, where I don't really know if I like the fact that horses take up a space in the household. But at the same time, I get it. But something I do love. When I did play around with Horse Ranch, I loved that you could customize the horses to be like pink. I know that you can do it with cats and dogs, but seahorses, they're different. They're just different. They're so fun to customize. More fun than I'd had in Cass in a while. Oh my gosh, I do a video where I like decorate horses in Cass. Would that be fun? I don't know, maybe that's really dumb. But anyway, I love Horse Ranch so much, and I feel like I want to put it up in pretty good or must have. Maybe must have is too far. What do you guys think? Do you think must have is too far? I think it's a super good pack. Apparently it is super glitchy, and I have seen that a little bit. The horses can be super glitchy, and sometimes there's problems with like their tracking, I guess, because they're like kind of awkward to walk around and things. But I know that it took the Sims team quite a while to work out horses because they're so difficult to like animate, and so I give them props for that. I really, really do. I think I want to put it up in pretty good, but like right at the start, because it's like so good. Moving on, we have Growing Together, and Growing Together to me is still a very, very new pack. I know that it came out like quite a while ago now. Wait, did it come out like over a year ago? No, it couldn't have. So Growing Together came out almost a year ago. Like a year ago in a month. That's insane. Time is going too fast. I love gameplay that is family orientated. I just love having a big, large family and playing together. I think it's so fun. And I feel like I'm really biased towards it. I was also so excited about the release of Infants. Like, that is so fun. We have a new life stage. I feel like that was something that was so hype for so long. Like, people were just like, infants? We have infants? So I know that Infants did not come with Growing Together, but it was like with the update of Growing Together, and I just thought it was so cool. And Growing Together has all of the like build accessories for infants, so that's why I associate Infants with Growing Together. But with Growing Together, we've got some really cool stuff like the treehouse. That's so fun. Your Sims can sit and build it all at once. Also, the more of your family that builds the treehouse, the faster it gets built, which is so fun. I just love Growing Together. I feel like it's such a family orientated pack, and I just like it. I enjoy it. The fact that your Sims can walk around with like a baby on them. Bikes as well. Like there's little small bikes and there's big bikes, and you can all go biking together. Like that is so fun. And something that really brings this pack up for me is I absolutely love the world of San Sequoia. It's beautiful and the lighting is gorgeous. Again, that's really specific, but the lighting in San Sequoia is amazing. Now, I absolutely love the building buy that came with Grown Together, but another thing I loved was the addition of the Tooth Fairy. That was so exciting. I remember everyone being so hyped up for it. And also the addition of sleepovers. That was a game changer for real. I do think Grown Together's good, but I'm like, is it as good as Island Living? Because Island Living gave us mermaids. I mean, I can't shake the idea of mermaids. I'm like, mermaids are cool, but I don't think City Living is better than Grown Together. I think that it's definitely either here or here. Here, I feel like that's a safe option. Okay, now we are down to our final pack. The last pack we have to rank is, of course, High School Years. High School Years, if you guys don't remember, we ended up getting the base game update with it, which was Round Walls. And if anyone has ever played with Round Walls, you will know that they are not very good. Now, I mean, they're fun, but like, do they work very well? No. But that is not High School Years in itself. With High School Years itself, we obviously got curved windows to go with, you know, those walls. And we also got high schools, which was like the main thing. Now, I feel like high school was so fun to play with. When High School Years first came out, I have spoken about this so many times, but my prom did not work. Like it didn't work for like the whole, probably about a month. It was so glitched, like it was so bad. Now I will say, Since then, it has improved, and I don't think it's as bad. But there were so many things that didn't work. I couldn't escape out of the window. I couldn't use prom. Even when I went to school, sometimes like the activities wouldn't work the way I needed them to. We also got promposals, and we got the ability to be able to sneak out of the window, which was so fun. I mean, mine didn't work, but it was still such a fun concept. The point is that you can go to school and make friends and create these relationships, and also that's when we ended up getting Social Bunny, and that was so fun because you're able to, with Social Bunny, like make friends on there and then like be friends and build up your relationship that way, which is such a cheat, but I love it. Now, with high school years, we actually ended up getting like this new career, which was being able to stream. I don't know if this is only a part-time career or if you can have it full-time as well, to become a content creator. And we got some like really cool desks and computers with that, and also the gaming chairs. And I loved that whole aspect. That was so fun. Also, if you bought the like early access thing, you got those like cool little triangle lights that go above the desk, but I never got that, so I don't have them, which is really sad. I wish that I could like buy them. I think if I could like pay extra money for any items that I missed out on, that's the one I would buy, because I regret not having it. I really like high school years. I feel like it's a super fun one. I don't know if I would put it up with a must-have, but I will say the world of Copperdale is so sweet. I feel like something I don't like about Copperdale is most of the lots are very small, and a lot of them are in these very like wooded woodland areas covered and surrounded by trees, which is fun, but also I kind of wish there was a little bit more suburbanish areas, but I still really like it. Copperdale is so cute though, and we also got this little like festival-ish area where we got the Ferris wheel, and I think there's like this little like spooky haunted house thing that you can go into, and that's really fun. But again, with it being rabbit holes, I just wish that we could have some stuff that is not rabbit holes. And also, I play with high school years all the time. I mean, the CAS items and the build items, I use them repetitively, and I also build in Copperdale pretty often. I actually haven't built there in a while. But I used to build there all the time. I do always find myself like wanting to build there, but maybe not having like the perfect build idea for that world. So for that, I think I have to rate it pretty high. High school years has to be up there and pretty good. And probably because I use it so much, it's probably gonna go in front of Growing Together. But here you have it. That is all of the Sims 4 expansion packs ranked. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you did enjoy the whole ranking packs thing, then let me know if you'd want to see me rank the stuff packs, game packs and kits, because I would be so down to do that. But thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!